3, 2-ish, 1-ish. This is Radio Free Cybertron 464. It's the post-BotCon Crud Edition! Last BotCon ever. And
extra cruddy.
And everybody who is here but me is sick. And everyone who is not here is sicker. Except for John DeLuna.
Except for John DeLuna.
John's on vacation or work or something.
And John probably has like awesome genes. It's like fighting off the infection, like little pitch helmets and little bayonets.
No, I mean, if
he has extremely charismatic antibodies.
Yeah, well, I mean, if they're fighting it off, it's kind of like Street Fighter 5 style. He's like doing like super combos and stuff.
I'd like to think of it that I'm still fighting it, but I can tell fighting it. So
I feel great. I'm the one who's always sick.
Yeah. He gave it to us all. That's how he got rid of it.
It's possible.
I don't think it works like that.
I don't know, Don.
No.
Diecast is a doctor. His wife is a nurse anyway.
I'm not a gynecologist, but I'll take a look.
That was pretty good, Diecast. Okay.
Chris, lend me your signs if you're listening.
Okay, just imagine what this has wrote on it, and you can just sort of fill in the blanks there with invisible ink.
That looks like your BotCon shopping list that you went through.
No, it's eBay stuff I sold that I got to ship off.
Hey, so this isn't really podcast material, but hey, I may have to be doing that soon because today I put in an offer for a house and it was accepted. So,
congratulations!
We're going to be moving 60 miles, more or less.
It's almost half of the show. It's moving.
Yeah, I'm buying a house. You know, it's like I sold Mom's house last year, and it's like, well, I missed the bandwagon then.
Yeah, so instead of being like an hour and 15 minutes from work, I will be 3 minutes from work. The last time I was that close to work, guess what happened? This. I brought RFC back from the dead. So, you know, and I was able, basically, man, it was awesome. So much free time. I'll probably spend it watching cartoons.
Well, about 2 hours a day, give or take.
Yeah, I know. It'll be between 12 and 15 hours a week, more or less. So excited. Okay, but enough about that. So I don't really have a lot in the way of show notes this week, so we're just going to kind of ramble. But we will try to limp along in the normal progression of the show. So, did anybody get anything new?
I think some people got a lot of stuff new.
Yeah.
So one of you can start. Matt's so sick. I'm sorry.
Probably the best deal of the show, so he should go first.
Oh, I got my Valdigus for $35.
Nice.
Pretty awesome. All complete. The guy who was selling it to me actually didn't even think the instructions were in there, but they are.
All right.
I can't even find that on eBay. I was looking for it. I'm like, ooh, I'd like to actually have a real Valdigus instead of the Easter basket one. And I can't find one.
See, I almost didn't get it, but luckily the guy who noticed it before me did not have cash on him. So I totally scammed that one. I'm a jerk.
I was spelling it with a V because I thought the V was the appropriate way to spell it. If you spell it with a B, there were 3 on eBay. No, 2. No, 3. 2 for $170 and 1 for $111.
No
Holy
way.
Crap. Nice going, Matt.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. And I don't have everything within arm's distance because I got a lot of stuff. Like all of the BotCon exclusives, but
which seem to be steadily gaining value as we go.
Yeah, I did get my masterpiece Ramjet.
I got mine too.
The face I was a little concerned about, but it looks way better once you get it. Once you get an actual physical copy. And I did notice though the remolding on his wings. They do interfere with a lot of posing.
Boo.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. But other than that, I really like it. And I got my super neon green Legends Springer.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, wow.
When did you get that?
It was waiting for me when I got back from the con, along with Ramjet.
Is that still available?
Yeah, it just came out not that long ago.
Huh.
That looks a lot better in hand. Like a lot better.
It's $45 right now in Big Bad Toy Store. So would you say it's worth it?
Well, I like the Springer mold, and
I didn't realize that Springer's name in Japan was Sprung.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either. And when I first saw, who was it? Energon Bulkhead, I believe, was sprung in Japan, and since he was since he was like a creaky old character who looked vaguely like Springer, I thought that was hilarious at the time.
God, that is nice looking.
Yeah.
all right, and that's everything I have within grabbing distance. So somebody else can go next.
I got something of that same mold. I got a the Duocon with the what was
Battle
it?
Battle
Trap.
Trap.
Battle Trap.
I don't hate you, but I hate you.
He's missing his propeller blade and sword.
But you got it out of the let's make a deal bin, right?
Yeah, let's make a deal. And I also pieced together, by swapping legs and everything else, a Megatron from that same box set, the Voyager Megatron out of the breakdown mold. $25 for both.
You suck so bad. But the smart thing is, instead of waiting for them to announce the Let's Make a Deal table, you're the one who made them bring the crap out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, we're slow. Yeah, we can do it now." It's like, awesome.
Didn't you get Optimal Optimus too?
Optimal Optimus. I don't know if that's not his name, but it's a repaint of that.
Or-
And-
Primal Prime.
Super Primal Prime? From
No,
Beast Machines?
Whatever the monkey was in last year's box set, I don't know.
All Master.
No, or it was one of the
Ape Link.
souvenirs, not the box set.
Link. Ape Link.
yeah, something like that.
Ape Link.
And he was $8. I also
okay. Okay. Never mind. I was actually literally thinking Super Primal Prime. I'm like, never mind.
no. And then third party wise, I got the Orbitron little Grimlock that you have to put together. It's on the sprues and everything. So that's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to putting that together because I did the Shockwave and that was really fun. And speaking of Shockwaves, there's so many like segues in here. I got the Masterpiece Shockwave, which is he's nice. He's a little bit simpler than I expected, and his waist is a little bit loose, which is kind of disappointing.
I was expecting Shockwave to be pretty simple. The original toy was, after all. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
The waist on mine is fine.
really.
Yeah.
It's not jiggly.
I mean, no more jiggly than anything else would be. I mean, it's not like especially jiggly. No.
Okay.
I have heard complaints, even from you guys, that he looks a little small, like especially compared to the other Decepticon masterpieces.
Yeah, yeah. And as far as convention exclusives, thanks to Dustbuster, I got a Megatron, which was super nice of him to
He
hook
just gave it
up.
to you.
He gave it to me, which is like, as soon as I saw that in the case when we got there on Thursday, or was
That's right, everybody who wanted a Megatron and couldn't get one. Diecast got one without paying for it, so send him your hate mail on Twitter.
Yeah,
At Diecast too.
Yeah.
that's like when I got that eBay coupon and Don got that free. And I also got the Reflector 3-pack, which they look really good as individual, robots. And
Camera mode is questionable.
yeah, camera mode is
Yeah.
definitely like a fan mode. But
It's a thing.
and also the other exclusive that I got, which I didn't, or I guess we didn't know ahead of time, but same with the Reflector, is that Unit 3, which
It's nice.
he is
It is.
beautiful.
That is probably the best looking toy out of everything in the show,
Yeah.
other than Megatron.
I feel for as a $50 deluxe basically, and I wouldn't think I would spend $50 on a deluxe till I saw this, and then I was like, yeah, that I have to have it. And oh geez, what? Oh, the same table that Matt got his Volticus from, I got a Encore Omega Supreme that was opened, but stickers were never applied, and it had everything. It was complete. So, and I picked that up for $100, which I thought was a really good deal, and I'm really happy with that. And God, there's so much. I got some other third-party stuff which cannot be spoken above. There's so much stuff. I know I got something. I got that red masterpiece Bumblebee with coin for like $50. And probably something I'm forgetting, but I think that's the major stuff.
The flu.
Yeah, yeah, the BotCon group, which I'm still fighting it. I'm not. I'm not willing to admit I'm sick yet.
I'm right about where you are. Yeah, I'm hoping that I just have like a minor cold. You know, there could have been more than one disease there. It happens, and I'm hoping I got something lesser.
Well, I mean, everybody everywhere was coughing and sniffling and touching everything. It was bound to happen.
I brought a 4-year-old who was coughing and everything.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't get the whatever else was going around though, because that seems pretty terrible.
He made some friends. He's got a photo of him in Diecast, and I love that he referred to Diecast as Diecast and did not question the name at all.
That is great.
It's like, hey Diecast, hey Diecast, hey Diecast. It was awesome. It was awesome.
The way the two of them were getting along, I thought he'd met Noah before.
I don't think you haven't met. No.
Well, that's great.
Cool little kid.
Yeah,
He's a good kid.
he is.
I'm pretty good with kids.
You are. Let's see here. Don just dropped off a second ago. We'll add him back here in a second.
Yeah.
I also got Shockwave, and I was saying that, and Dan, our friend Dan in the chat just mentioned this as well. I think Quakewave looks better now. I didn't until I actually got it in hand, but I actually think Quakewave actually looks a bit better than Masterpiece Shockwave. I didn't think I would feel that way, but I do. But maybe it's the grass is greener on the other side. I don't know. But
Could be.
But I got Masterpiece Ramjet. I got let's see here. Thanks to Diecast, I was able to get the Terrordrome Creo set. Thank you again.
No problem.
What else did I got? I got Megatron. I got under 3 or Unit 3. Tigatron, Airazor. Oh, and the box set. And that's it. I didn't buy anything else toy-wise. I bought nothing in the dealer room. Not a thing.
I got 3 things out of the dealer room. I got a Q Transformers Evangelion, and I got 2 Dragon Ball Z candy toys that are really nice. And
those were nice.
Yeah, those have. I gotten one of the Shoto figures before. I'd gotten one of the Common Riders, but I had not expected these to be as nice as they are, and I am so glad I had a chance to see them in person and get them without shipping, because I probably never would have done that otherwise. But they're great.
They were considered candy toys. They looked pretty articulate and everything.
You would not believe what constitutes a candy toy in Japan sometimes, and the gum was pretty good too. But yeah, there was another line previous to this, also like in the blind box candy toy kind of category, called Motion Revive, and they were just about the equal of Microman or the 30th anniversary Real American Hero stuff, anything like that. Really, you can get some bizarrely high quality candy toys for cheap.
Actually, speaking of a candy toy, I can't remember who it was. May have been Triplet. Oh yeah, and Triplet went to BotCon.
Chris Triplet is a living person. It's true.
But he, I think, got the Kabaya Grimlock, which I forgot was a thing, and I want it now. Grimlock from Robots in Disguise. I think that's it. I may let Don tell us all the stuff he got.
Yeah, I actually I wanted to buy more in the dealer room. I mean, I looked hard for a day and a half just to find something, but
It's,
Like-
Same here.
it's probably worth talking about actually right now. Again, no format this week. The dealer room was awesome, at least as far as if you want Japanese stuff.
If you could afford it.
Yeah, there was a lot of really neat, rare stuff to see, but nothing I was, except for the few little things I got that I was tempted to buy.
Nothing really interests me in the dealer room anymore. Not that I have anywhere near a complete G1 collection or anything, not even close. But like anything that would interest me is like way out of the price range that I would be willing to pay for it.
Yeah.
Like I would love to have a Guard City and Battle Gaia, but
Both of which were there.
they were there.
In boxes.
Yeah, if they were $100, maybe I would pick them up, but not at those prices.
I kind of wish I'd had more time to wander the dealer room, because by the time, I was done covering panels and things, I was just really tired and did not have time to focus on some of the ridiculously rare stuff that was there to see.
Yeah, there were Guard Cities and Battle Guys and Dino Kings, a couple of Metro Titans, and Azusa had a Lucky Draw Unicron. It was green and pretty awesome.
Did that sell? Because I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. So we saw multiple not Fort Max, not Brave Max, Grand Maxes. Which usually you'll see one or two, but one table had like 3.
Wow.
One of them was given away as a prize.
Which is kind of crazy. You had to buy buttons.
Yeah, it was it was the Artfire 2000 table, and I mean they had a lot of Japanese stuff.
I couldn't remember the name.
Yeah, they had a lot of Japanese stuff, and they had a complete Grand Maximus that they were doing as a raffle. It was $10 for 1 draw, $20 for 3 draws. So
I am totally.
And yeah, and there was a second place draw for a Victory Saber.
What?
And
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
And those were the only 2 that were announced at the time, but after we did the drawing and everybody was still standing there, they decided to give away a third prize, which was a Star Saber who was just missing his sword blade.
One thing I was impressed by is they had junker Japanese stuff. They actually had a saber for $35. That was kind of junked out, but yeah, I'm looking at Artfire's table now. Artfire 2000. What did RoboWang win? Did RoboWang get? No, he didn't. I see a ribbon that says first place. Maybe he gave them a ribbon. That's possible.
But they had 2 Dino Kings at that table. One of them was in the box.
Yeah, and one was behind glass.
Yeah.
Like the first, I think it was Saturday, I got to take a very brief look at the dealer room too, and there's like just a whole table of Star Sabers, which was just surreal.
Yeah.
And later on, I saw a kid just walking around with one of those. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting. I saw several kids just sitting around playing with G1 toys at BotCon. Like one in the little cafe on the bridge was messing around with an Optimus Prime and a Hound, and the kid with Star Saber, and I'm pretty sure I saw another one somewhere too.
So I'm looking at their site now, trying to figure out what they have as far as stuff to sell, and I'm not seeing like an actual marketplace anymore. No, they have it. If you go to artfire2000.com, you can see the stuff they have. This isn't an ad or anything. It's just I was genuinely curious.
They had a lot of neat stuff.
Yeah. So they have a Victory Leo mitten box for $350. What else they have is pretty cool. A Raiden set for $420. That's actually worth it. Shoot, these are good prices.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary, but I know you're right after having walked around the dealer room. So,
well, crap. I wish I had known I could have gotten Raiden for $425. I would pay that actually. Of course, I can't. Hopefully, Kim didn't hear that. But yeah, that's nice. Very cool. Okay, Don will be back in a second. He said so.
Did you hear while Don's in the process of coming back? Did you hear about our lovely end to BotCon?
What?
Our lovely end to BotCon.
Like, is that like intubation? What is that?
Well, we're at the the lounge
We
area,
we were in the bar in the conservatory Sunday night.
and we're just talking, hanging out. Proto Man and I were waiting for Pete to show up so we could try and get stuff off of him. He never showed up, but we hear some commotion and we look over at the bar and we didn't see anything, or at least I didn't see anything. So we go back to talk, and I think it was like 2 or 3 minutes later, we hear some commotion again, and people are shoving each other at the bar, and the security guard comes over and tries to separate two people and throws one of them on the ground, and he was on top of that guy for maybe like a minute and a half, and like within like 2 minutes there was 7 cop cars there, and the cops ran in, and the one cop gets on top of the guy that's on the ground, and he was trying to not put his hand behind his back, and the cops yelling at him like, stop resisting or I'm gonna break your arm. And then the other guy's yelling, I'm a lawyer, you have to let me go, you can't do anything, I'm a lawyer. And they cuffed him too. So it took like 3 or 4 minutes for the cops to get these guys cuffed, and then they drug him out. And as they're dragging him out, I start a na 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 chant, goodbye. And then the whole place, by the time they got to the door, were singing that.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was like an episode of Cops. I was really hoping they were going to take out the taser and start tasering them, but that didn't happen.
So what did you what did you think of the hotel? The BotCon hotel. It was okay.
Yeah, I liked it.
It was okay. I like last year's better. The fact that you had to cross into the other tower to go to the panel rooms, I thought kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it looked like there was enough room in the tower.
It was a huge panel room.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It was just a walk to get there.
It just seemed like there was enough room on the floors on the side the other room was on. They could have had the panel rooms too.
There was a lot of other stuff going on, and that is a problem I had with the hotel, was the waits for the elevators.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was a pain in the butt.
I think the latest I ever had to wait for one was like I had to wait for like the 4th elevator in a row because they were all full.
I think one point Chris had to wait. XV had to wait
Like
almost
a half an hour.
Yeah, almost 20. Because someone told me that there was a wedding reception and they had blocked off 2 of the elevators just for the wedding reception use in the other tower. I think.
Yeah,
I did see the wedding reception because I did at one point blunder into the wrong tower. So
who was in the elevator with me when the bride and bridesmaids got in the elevator? So I was in the elevator, and they got in on the 2nd floor, and I thought they were getting off on the 1st, but they were doing what everybody else was, which was going down in the elevator to go back up because you had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Don, we were talking earlier about, and I may be getting sick, I just coughed. Great.
There you go.
Yeah, I know. We were talking about what we got at BotCon, and why don't you tell us what your haul was?
Okay, actually, I probably bought less this BotCon than many others. I got all the convention exclusives, picked up some extras for friends, but not, I didn't buy like 40 or something, anything like that. Got Road Rage for a friend because he wanted the Trax mold, and that was the best price on that mold in the dealer's room. Picked up the TAV-33 Adventures Optimus Prime. I haven't had my eyes on that for a while. Picked up Shockwave and Ironhide, finally. Picked up from one of the dealers there brought this to me, so they didn't violate any of the rules, but I got my Grandis Hexatron, the not 6-shot, but it's already paid for, and they just brought it for me to pick up. Got Legends Cosmos, the Japanese Legends Cosmos, and the Black Knight Optimus Prime, which was the Nemesis recolor of the Age of Extinction Prime, the second version, the better version. Picked up the Magnaball sticker sheet.
How much was that?
like $5, same price as Rubber Ducky.
Oh,
and
it's just
then,
$5.
Yeah, and then Allspark was actually giving away Rubber Duckies. That was his motto was quack quack, and he was Megatron's technical advisor. So that way you could have Megatron in robot mode holding his Rubber Ducky.
Also, it's worth mentioning, and sorry to break in, Don, but since we're on this, they announced today that they will be doing a second run of both the Magna Boss sticker sheet and I think the Rubber Duckies. So.
Oh, that's good. That's good because that Magna Ball sticker sheet looks like it'd be an interesting challenge. Really, that's all I pretty much picked up. Like I said, I bought less this year than pretty much. I spent more on food than I think I did on toys.
Oh, I know I did.
Oh, we'll talk about the food later.
Yes.
So let's see here. Gosh, I guess we need to have the obligatory news, but let's keep it brief. If anybody really wants to know what happens and you don't already know, go to tfradio.net/463 and download the episode that we posted Saturday. We go into all of the news there. But the highlights, we finally saw Computron, and oh my god, there is so much hate on the internet over Computron.
Why?
Because people are complaining about the Hasbro version and talking about how fantastic the Unite Warriors version is in contrast.
The Unite Warriors version does look great, but I'm happy with the Hasbro version too.
Having stood at 18 inches from the Hasbro version, I think it looks fine.
Yeah, and it has the better hands and feet.
Yeah, I think there's going to be enough going for each version that it justifies having both. And especially since you'll be able to mix and match and like get, one set like the best set of Technobots to display on their own and the best Computron between them. So
yeah.
Well, not only that, but I mean, these molds are different enough that you could theoretically use them as different characters for your shelf. I mean,
oh yeah, easily.
Let's see here. Hasbro teased Overlord.
Yeah.
We saw Overlord
Yes.
in
Elite.
silhouette.
Yeah.
Yes, and the best part is when I was doing like the live blog of the panel for
Thought it was
T-Formers.
Duocons.
Yeah, I did not hear what they were saying, and it's like, why are they teasing Duocons?
That honestly, first I saw it too, and I'm like, flywheels.
well, yeah,
and
but they were afraid people missed it the first time, so they showed it again, but said they didn't mean to lord it over us.
yeah, but I couldn't hear in the back. So.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We finally saw. Let's see here. We found out about Weird Wolf. Did we already know about Weird Wolf?
No.
He's Werewolf or something.
Wolfwire.
Wolfwire
yeah.
with Monzo instead of Monzo. Let's see here. What else? Highbrow.
Yeah,
Looks
highbrow.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And Brainstorm for the SDCC
And
set.
Brainstorm is an SDCC exclusive, and right now there are no plans to release that outside of that set. Shocking.
And not to cut in, but even though it wasn't announced, we saw Leo Kaiser on the back.
Yeah, exactly. Leo Kaiser was a Easter egg on the back of the Platinum Edition set
of the Heroes of Cybertron.
Oh yeah, the Heroes of Cybertron set. We forgot about that too.
All right, so I actually got to talk to Mark Weber for an extended period of time, and I actually brought that up. And it turns out the Heroes of Cybertron set, they weren't sure whether or not they were going to have that available to display at the show. So that's how that ended up on the back.
It's nice looking. So, real quick, it includes what? A Cup, Blur, a Springer Arcee, Ultra Magnus, and anything else?
No, that's it.
And with new paint apps, it looks really
The Cup and
nice.
Blur are the old generation's molds, just so people know.
Oh yeah, so yeah, it's not the
Titan
Titan's
Master.
Return. But yeah, really nice looking. It's going to be a Target exclusive. Do we have a price on it yet?
Matt,
I'm afraid to know.
Not cheap.
Yeah, I mean,
That's 3 deluxes, a Voyager, and a Leader.
so
Wants it.
a
With
lot.
with specialized decos.
That's got to be close to 200.
I'm betting 150 at minimum.
Yeah.
I'm betting 125, 150. Let's see here. What else did we? So, questions asked during the panel. Don asked the question.
Thank you, Dawn.
Thank you, Don.
Yes, thank
You
you.
made my BotCon experience complete.
Well, it just seemed like it needed to
Needed to be asked. Yeah.
be else.
So
Because
Don,
this is the perfect timing of female characters being released, a movie anniversary. They're doing Headmasters. I can't believe she wouldn't be on the short list to be done.
what was the answer? What was the answer?
Basically, it's what they said about 3 years ago, 4 years ago for Generations RC. Sort of wait and be surprised with the name that you mentioned. So I think it's going to be probably going to be that a blur retool or something like that. But
Chrome Dome as
Yeah,
Chrome
Dome, Dawn.
yeah,
They
but
could potentially retool the the Generations toy with a new head.
As small as those Titan Masters are, actually, I think they kind of could.
Absolutely.
so I just asked this not to be just asking the question, but it legitimately seemed like that should be a character on the short list to meet all this Venn diagram of colliding together.
Let's see here. A question came up about whether or not there would be any Beast Wars 20th anniversary items to commemorate. Nope, nothing. They said, yeah, Takara's doing a great Optimus Primal masterpiece toy. Get that.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is
A
which I'm
weird
not
answer.
which I'm not because they also didn't comment or couldn't comment on any masterpieces in the United States yet. Now they said there could be some licensing issues, well, because of licensing issues. So I'm not sure if that means, say, for example, Bumblebee and Volkswagen being released over here, meaning we might get Bumblebee because Ultra Magnus wouldn't need a license as far as
Because it's not a real vehicle.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not close enough to really anything I would think to warrant a license, or if they just meant working with the car and being released over here for some reason, as far as just international marketing licenses, I don't know. But I'm thinking we're going to see Bumblebee over here before Christmas. I can't see them not bringing Primal over unless there is a safety issue, maybe with his swords or whatever the case may be. But I wouldn't mind seeing him brought over if Hasbro is doing nothing.
who? Star Saber?
Primal.
Oh, I was like, they're not going to do Star Saber over here.
I didn't say Star.
Thankfully, no. I don't even like Star Saber.
Nah, he's
I
Actually,
like
yeah.
Star Saber just fine.
Actually, I was talking.
What were you expecting? He's Star Saber.
Yeah, I was talking to, I believe it was Hydra, and he said that Star Saber did phenomenally well for them in Japan.
Well, yeah, it makes sense.
I mean, obviously,
Japan.
but I mean, a lot of people think he didn't do well overall, but apparently he did phenomenally well over there. So I'm glad, all the
Good.
fans got their Star Saber.
Maybe we'll get a Victory Leo to go with him.
Yeah, maybe. Could be. Actually, go ahead.
No, it's just the reveals this year. What we saw, like in the flesh, like Computron, Victorion, the movie set, all that stuff was great to see in person. But there wasn't, other than the Overlord tease, there
Not a
wasn't
lot of surprises.
Yeah, there wasn't a moment where Hasbro said, "Boom, here this is." They dropped the mic and walk away. There wasn't that kind of pick your jaw up moment.
And again,
Not that the Hasbro team's not doing a phenomenal job.
exactly.
It's
I
just
mean-
that all this stuff has been leaked by some douchebag.
And I'll be honest, I am getting the Function X code headmasters because I love the aesthetic and I like the engineering. I wasn't sure about getting the Hasbro headmasters. I just wasn't sure.
Mhm.
But after seeing them in the case and how great they look at a deluxe size price point with the details, there's a little hollowness, but I mean, nothing we haven't seen
which is
before.
expected, yeah.
Yeah. But they look, I mean, Mind Wipe's bat wings detaching from the body and then folding around the legs to leave him with his basic wings in the back. That's some brilliant engineering. I mean, I am looking forward. I don't care if I have duplicates. I'm looking forward to getting all the headmasters now. Well, the headmasters.
And I love the large display Hasbro had set up right in the middle of their area that had like all the toys in a giant battle scene.
Oh, that was great.
Somebody had fun putting that thing together.
And
'cause-
apparently, Astro Train came broken, so they had
Yes.
Fort Max ripping him apart.
Oh, is that why that happened?
Yeah, that was another thing that came out of my conversation with Mark Webber. They unpacked Astro Train, and one of the wings had popped off, and the other one had shattered on their sample. So they had to figure something out. So they had Fortress Maximus dismember him.
Let's see here.
Is that why that one Chrome Dome was in pieces in pieces on the ground too?
Quite possibly.
Probably.
That is great. Matt, next year we're just going to have to stick you with the recorder permanently so you can just
Next year.
get all this.
Yeah.
Assuming something happens.
Well, hey, Brian, just if you don't mind a mild tangent real quick.
Yeah, let me hold on one second.
okay.
I've been trying to mention this for like 5 minutes.
Sorry.
So go to tfradio.net, and I literally a couple minutes ago just posted the interview that we did with Hasbro on Saturday. It's embedded right there on the homepage. So go to tfradio.net. It's like 10 minutes long. It's totally worth checking out. Go ahead, Don.
No, I was just going to say, I believe I was talking to Mark as well, the gentleman over the G.I. Joe team.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big Joe fan. Nothing wrong with it. It's just not my cup of tea. But I have a lot of G.I. Joe fans as friends. And he did say that Hasbro would be at JoeCon this year, and that they do have some news that he hopes fans will be excited for. So, because I was asking for my friends just to let them know, because I had mentioned to him that if their plans are not up and running, ready to go yet, to let FunPub keep the Joe license a little while longer until they were ready to get their stuff going. And that's when they said, there will be some representation at JoeCon. So
Probably,
I'm hoping,
you're getting new product.
Yeah, I'm hoping all of our fans that are also G.I. Joe fans can take some solace in that there is some news coming with JoeCon. So I'm hoping that's positive for y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Let's see here. So, actually, real quick, go to tfradio.net/Amazon and buy your Amazon stuff. I literally got a package of awesome stuff today, including a nightlight that lives in my toilet, so I don't miss it when I go to the bathroom. It's awesome.
Miss it.
I will probably still miss it.
Smart idea.
I probably still miss it. Like when I wake up, it's 2:00 in the morning. But I've had that in my wish list now for months, and I'm like, darn it, I'm going to pull the trigger on it, and I got it. And I'm excited. Kim will freak out when she sees it because she has no idea that it was on the way. So she's going to go in there. It's like, why in the hell is the toilet blue? So
It's sad.
yeah, but tfradio.net/Amazon. There's all sorts of awesome stuff. Do your Amazon shopping there. It'll help us out. It'll help pay for stuff and keep us running. Yeah. Okay, so I just wanted to get that out of the way because no format. Yeah, so let's see here. Actually, speaking of the future, Diecast. You had a little when you were picking up your press credentials. You had some questions asked of you. Go ahead and tell it.
Oh, questions as in
Friday.
From
Hasbro as to what you might like to see in the future.
Oh yes, Hasbro did ask what I would like to see in the future. Their press contacts were really nice. Sarah's one of them. And she was awesome. And she said, what do you want to see? What don't you like? What do you like? Sort of thing. And I said, as press, we should be, allowed into the dinner to at least see the presentation of who's making the Hall of Fame. So, we can report on that. And I know, other venues have to actually have someone buy a ticket in order to cover that event. That was one thing I mentioned. And the fact that we're not allowed in on Friday is there no news that, is worth covering on Friday. So that's another thing I mentioned.
The important thing is they asked you what you would want out of a convention in the future.
Yeah, they asked us what I'd want out of convention in the future. And, they're looking at options for the future. And I think they really want to give us a convention in 2017. Now, whether that's going to be like BotCon, I don't know. I don't know if they would do exclusives. I don't know if, obviously there's a draw for that. And no matter what happened with third party this year, if I was Hasbro and I wouldn't want to get as many fans to come to the convention as possible, if you're going to have no third party in the dealer room, that's fine. But Hasbro has taken a stance that, we don't acknowledge third party. So why are you going to
Well,
acknowledge?
we don't know who's actually who's causing
Yeah.
that. I think that stance was probably FunPub not wanting to lose the license.
I've heard both, and I'm not sure, and I'm not going to speculate, but if you're going to have a convention of Transformers fans and you want to get the best turnout possible, let the dealers have the room parties.
But the important thing is they are looking to do something.
Right.
That's that's the takeaway.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
and you're
heard-
not the only person that was mentioned to. Was anybody else? Was somebody else? Hasbro had mentioned a convention potentially next year or something, some event. Was it you, Rob?
No, it wasn't me.
Okay. At least one other person that I know, Hasbro had hinted at something happening next year.
That was me.
No, besides you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, somebody else.
I wasn't given any hints. I just talked about it with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to hear anything soon. I think if we're going to hear something, it's going to be very late in the year or even possibly in the beginning of 2017 when FunPub's license is expired, just so they don't rile any feathers up.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And maybe they're not ready to go ahead.
I kind of think we might hear it a little bit before the end of the year just because I fully expect the convention to coincide with the release of Transformers 5 on June 23rd. So, or, be like right before it. So,
Yeah, plus they probably don't want another situation like 2005 where you had to cobble together something in 9 months. They can get all their ducks in a row first. Since those are technical advisors anyway.
My best guess is whatever comes next is going to be nothing like BotCon.
Oh no! I mean,
It will be more like whatever they do at San Diego Comic-Con and New York Comic-Con, but expanded to last a couple of days.
yeah.
I don't know.
Hey Brian, did y'all talk about the subscription service 5?
No.
No, we got kicked out of news. So yeah, go ahead and talk about that.
Okay, well, subscription service 5 was shown in its entirety at BotCon, and it will be going live, give or take, in about 2 weeks or so. And what we saw, in addition to the Optimus Prime G2 design from the Oil Master mold and Paradron Medic, was several figures. Toxitron from the Combiner Wars Optimus mold. We're going to be getting Fractal from the same mold as the convention freebie Pterosaur, and Scorponok from the Scamper mold from Metroplex, sort of a Dawn of Futures Past pre-Earth vehicle mode. We've also going to get what I think was the most interesting reveal is they were able to pull the Grand Maximus Cerebros Pretender Shell from Grand Max in Japan, and they're going to be using that for a double Pretender Megatron, who is the Legends Megatron / Warpath mold, done up in the Hero Tiger Force colors that was not released, with 2 mini-cons. So he'll be the double Pretender in the set to counterbalance Optimus Primal. We also saw
Counterpunch.
Counterpunch, and this is definitely Counterpunch. There is apparently, from what they're being said, Punch no longer exists.
Punch is dead.
Counterpunch has taken over.
Yep. And was there one more? Am I forgetting, or is that it?
Fractal, Paradron Medic.
Optimus.
The
Megatron.
Paradron Medic is called Lifeline now.
Yeah, which is I love that. I love that. It's great.
It's
great.
a good appropriation of a G.I. Joe name.
Yeah, I like it.
It fits.
So weird.
And one of the sets this year,
It makes more sense than her name being Paradron Medic, so never mind.
Yeah.
And then we're getting a G2 style set that is based on the G.I. Joe comic when they reintroduced Transformers Generation 2 in the Marvel series.
That's the G.I. Joe crossover set.
Yes, crossover set. We're getting 3 Joe figures: Ninja Scarlet, Cobra Commander in the ceremonial outfit,
And
Dr. Biggles Jones.
Dr. Biggles Jones. Oh my God.
We're also getting Masterpiece Ratbat in Marvel comic characters, and they're using the Megatron Warpath mold again in a translucent green because they're doing a cover for that, which is a homage to the original G.I. Joe G2 cover. Who did that again, Rob?
Chris
Chris-
Batista.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Rob.
And they've gotten him back to do the new one as well.
Right.
That's
And
craziness.
yeah, for those that remember the G2 comic, there's one in which Megatron is holding Cobra Commander on the front cover. This cover is going to be the inversion because the Megatron in the set is in translucent green, so he's like a hologram talking to Cobra Commander while his body is being rebuilt during the course of the first issue, and so it's going to be Cobra Commander holding the hologram Megatron, which I'm really tempted for that set just for, some of those figures.
Yeah.
No more information. We did find out that we are not getting Ultra Magnus and Springer for the Only Human set because that was not in their production lineup at the time, and it would be produced after they cannot sell any more product. So we're still supposed to be getting Arcee and Rodimus, but we will not be getting Magnus and Springer.
So do we know more about why they can't sell product? Because I can sell product.
They can't sell licensed product that they don't hold the license for.
I can sell licensed product that I don't hold the license for.
Yeah. It could just be, they said, we're going to let you produce all the stuff that's already in the pipeline. And Pete and Brian Savage said in the panel that, they do have the installment options. So if you want this subscription service 5 set, you need to go ahead and jump on it so they can, because they got to get all this product out by the end of the year.
I'll do it.
And yeah, that also means that according to them, you could be getting, but since subscription 4 and 5 both have to be out by the end of December, you could be getting 3 figures at once theoretically, just so they have everything out. Yeah.
Right. Oh, and also there was a slight production delay with the Ramjet head for the club exclusive, so that took about a week to get that fixed. And that's why the club exclusives, both the free Ramjet and the Skywarp, was not shipped with the BotCon items. They will be shipping later on this month or next, as far as the freebie and then the Skywarp going up for sale.
Okay, cool. So let's see here. Diecast, you didn't go to many panels at BotCon, so did you? I mean, like you were spending most of your time on the floor.
Yeah. I mean, I went to the Hasbro panel, and I went to the club panel, and
I missed the club panel.
2 other panels for a little bit. I mean, there wasn't a lot of really decent. I don't want to say that there wasn't a lot of panels that I was interested in this year.
Me neither.
Yeah.
One thing I did see at BotCon which really put in perspective for me how much BotCon means to people is there was a late teen, early adult kid there with his mom, and at the end of the convention he was just bawling,
crying. Yeah,
went up to Pete, and Pete gave him a hug, and the kid was just crying and bawling, couldn't even he couldn't hold it back. You could tell he was trying and he just couldn't. And that gave me chills. I'm gonna be okay. I have so much other stuff going
in
on.
Your life.
That BotCon's not really. I mean, I love going to it and I enjoy it, but it's not as big in my life as is maybe for Don or other people. I'm sad for the community for losing BotCon because, like you said, Brian, no matter what we get, if we get anything at all, it's not going to be like BotCon. It's going to be somewhat different.
Something totally different. That kid's probably been going his whole life.
I wonder if that's the kid and his mother that were on the shuttle I took to the airport because they were asking what happens next, and Ben Yee was filling them in. Hi, Ben. I did not actually introduce myself to Ben until I was on the shuttle because I knew the voice the whole time I was there, and until I heard him talk about his site to somebody on the shuttle, I did not realize it was him.
Huh, cool. Ben's a great guy.
He is.
So yeah, I mean, like the panels though. I want to talk about those. Don brought Brian Savage to tears. Apparently, I missed this.
Oh yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
Y'all tell it because I'm
Dawn-
not
Modest.
I don't think it was such a major thing, but
Dawn
y'all
stood up and gave a very heartfelt and respectful thank you and goodbye to Fun Pub for everything they've done over the years.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, we're all worried about what's going to happen to our toys or the fiction or the fandom, whatever the case may be. But I just wanted to point out that these are people losing their jobs. I mean, they have no income as of right now, as far as December 31st to January 1st. They have no license to deal with. They said they're looking at other options. I just wanted to let them know that there's been drama, there's been grief, there's been happiness, there's been a whole range of joy and frustration throughout these last, these last, 2005 was it 10, 11 years, 12 years, whatever. But in the end, I still am wishing them the best because they have families, they have, they put a lot of work into this, and even if you hate Fun Pub for whatever reason, valid or not, and I'm just saying, remember they're still people and they are losing their job as of right now. So I'm hoping the best for them, for their families, just so they know that we're not just thinking of ourselves, but we are thinking of them as well.
Yeah.
We all wish him the best. I mean, honestly, we've all had,
Issues.
issues. We definitely all wish him the best. And, sitting in the panel room when you were giving that speech, I feel sorry for them. There also is a small part in my head where, maybe they could have done a little bit better of a job and Hasbro wouldn't be ending the relationship. Or maybe they would have been the best thing ever, not had any problems, and Hasbro still would have been ending the relationship. I mean, that's how these things work when you're a licensee. I mean, sometimes you don't always get to keep the license if you do everything right.
Yeah, I think this is just my personal headcanon, but I just think that Hasbro has felt like, okay, this has been successful for us, but they're looking at the entire picture. Movie, collector, casual fan. I don't mean casual fan in a bad way, just the movie, the people that come in for the movies. And they're just realizing that we need something that ties all this together instead of it being a fragmented approach. That's just my theory. I still wish, again, this was my personal theory that it did not pan out. I still wish Hasbro had bought Fun Pub and made them a subsidiary instead of a licensee, so they could still have the control, but Fun Pub still had the experience in doing that, but a new broom sweeps clean. So I can understand that too.
Yeah. Let's see here. Other panels. I stayed around for the last panel, which was a little weird. It was Pete going through photos and then showing them on camera, which created this night. Who was it that was actually on camera making faces?
What is that guy's name? I have no idea.
But basically, Pete would put up a photo. Basically, it was his own photos, not stuff that had been submitted. So it was basically like Pete's vacation slideshow. But he would drop the photo, and the guy who had the camera on his face, and Don was right behind him. But the guy would like change like his facial expression or whatever. It was funny, but it kind of got old.
I thought it was Judd Nelson, and
He
Matt
looked kind of like Judd Nelson, but wrong color hair.
That wasn't Judd Nelson. I was like, he had the same beard and hairstyle and everything. It really was.
Judd's hair is darker, I think.
Yeah, but then there was that 2001 panel retrospective that David had shown, and it was just, I'd forgotten a lot of this stuff, until you see the pictures, and then it jogs your memory when you dredge it out of the bottom there.
Was that off the Rhino set? I've seen that before. I couldn't remember that. I couldn't remember for sure, but then there was a bit that I'm like, yeah, I definitely saw that. I think that was off one of the Rhino DVDs.
That's what XV told me. So I think you're probably right about that.
Yeah, but it's just it definitely was a trip down memory lane for me.
It was, but it was just it's. it was so weird with just how it did kind of seem, especially for the first half, like just Pete's vacation slides. Towards the end, there was something really nice where they got together the 7 people who had been to all 22 BotCons, Pete included, and he had like nice jerseys with the number 22 printed on them for all of them. And to be honest, what I would have liked to see is, rather than make that the end of the panel, I would have loved to bring those guys up and just have like all 7 of those guys sit and talk about what they've seen all 22 of those BotCons together.
Hey, how many years did you miss that by?
1.
Oh, you poor man.
So, I see him rubbing his head like, I would have got one of those if I didn't.
Well, no, it's just, it's just looking back, I was unemployed. I left service merchandise and the job I had lined up fell through. And so I really didn't have the money to go to 97. And about a month after that, I got hired. So it was just like, I could have gone and been a little tight for a while, but I could have gone and just had it happened. It's life. Life sucks and you die sometimes.
He wanted a jersey.
Yeah, it's a shame you missed that by 1 year, Don, but you can only do what you can do.
We got to get Don a jersey.
So that's actually what I was going to say.
No, I don't. You don't have.
Okay, so Don was not able to get one of the 22 jerseys, but I think we need to do like an Amazon drive. If you want to help get Don a jersey, it'll be like I'm going to work on mocking it up, and it'll basically be what I'm thinking. Probably 22, maybe the second 2 is scratched out and replaced with 1, or maybe just 21. And instead of saying BotCon, it'll probably say HMRC 4EVR or something. But I think it would be really cool. So go to tfradio.net/Amazon and just buy something. Help pay for this because Don needs it.
And we'll get Don a jersey because he felt bad.
Well, I feel bad, but again, that was my choice at the time, and it's just the people that were there for 22. They deserve that recognition. I've got a plaque
but you don't have a jersey, Don.
Well, that's fine. I mean, not everybody has the plaque.
One of Brian's friends was there for 22.
What?
Harold? Harold.
Oh, yeah, great guy. So, So
hey, Harold.
21. So I'm thinking maybe we'll get John to mock this up, but we'll have it custom made. And it'll be awesome. And with whatever comes next, or wherever Don goes next, convention-wise, he can wear it. Maybe we'll get some photos and post it. So again, tfradio.net/Amazon, or go to tfradio.net and click on the Amazon links. Help pay for this. Maybe we'll, over the next couple weeks, we'll keep mentioning this, and maybe here in a month or so, a couple of months, we'll actually have that. Wouldn't that be great? Don, that would be awesome.
And Don, ever being selfless, suggests, can't we just use the money to get Matt his internet instead?
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, Don is so sweet.
He is.
Well, I don't think the cost of a jersey is going to get Matt his internet. So
no,
that's going to take some like threats in key places, I think.
Yeah.
Don is so sweet. Don was the star of BotCon.
I know. Y'all keep saying that. I wasn't.
You were.
Don, you got a standing ovation at one point.
I was just trying to be a decent.
Don.
How
many times did somebody come up and say, "Hey Don, I love you," or "Hey Don, you're awesome," or "Hey Don, where's Massey?"
Or for that matter, the rest of us. Every time somebody came up to you, how many times did they ask, "Hey, where's Don?"
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just.
I guess. Where's Don?
It's okay, Brian. You're doing a podcast. Where's Don?
I'll be honest. I was recognized.
Oh, Captain Rufus says it has to be a padded jersey to protect against Massey attacks.
Yes.
That's genius.
I guess it's got to be a hockey jersey then.
Can we get jerseys in like chainmail? Then he can just like hang Massey off of it when Massey is getting too rambunctious.
tfradio.net/Amazon. Don, you were saying.
Yeah. It's just. It's weird because I have never had this many people come up and recognize me for both podcasts. So many people are watching us and TFYLP, and that's great because, that way everyone can get out as far as you know, we're a more structured podcast as far as the news and everything, and TFYLP is a little different as far as news and discussion. So, but the fact that that they're both so popular and people are watching both means the fandom is still growing, which is great because we're reaching more people, and that means everybody wins if the fandom keeps
Don,
growing.
I was there when you signed an autograph. Is that the first time you've had to do that?
Yeah, first time I've ever signed, and I signed a viewer's RC comic that came with Generations.
That was
one.
awesome, Don.
Oh,
And
nice.
It was like this is going to bring the value of your comic down, but he said,
Hey, well now you know we all got to sign one at Shardicon, and that was just so damn weird. So now you've gotten to do it too. So I'm glad.
Well, no, I wasn't on the show yet, so I did not sign that. But
somebody bring Matt something to sign at whatever the next con.
it's perfectly okay. You don't have to do that.
So, Rob, did anybody recognize you?
Yes, a couple of people recognized me, and one even just recognized me by voice, which since it's been a while since I've used a camera on here, makes sense. But that people recognizing me just by my voice, that's the one that just kind of.
And the reason I ask, because this was your first BotCon. Mm-hmm. Like I've been doing this now off and on for 17 years. So it's not like a new thing to me. It's still weird. Don't get me wrong. But it's not like, oh my God, this has never happened before. But I really like seeing when it happens to Matt or when it happened to Diecast. Like Diecast just got a freaking Megatron for free, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, so that was really cool for you. I wonder if anybody recognized Triplet. Probably not.
And thank you again because
Alex Milne recognized XV.
Yes, on site.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
That was really awesome. It's really fun doing this. And conventions are a good reminder of, people actually pay attention to what you do. And it's fun. I really love interacting with fans. I really do. Even though I'm kind of antisocial sometimes, I really enjoy it. So it's a lot of fun. We love you guys. tfradio.net/Amazon. We'll get Don that jersey. HMRC for EVR 21. What color do you want, Don? Pink? Pink.
plaid.
Pink and white.
Can you get a plaid jersey?
Must be plaid and neon in G2 colors.
Okay.
I'm sure we could figure out how to do that.
I want this. I want the International Space Station to see it from orbit unaided. I want them to say, I want planes to be diverted over my house when I wear it, thinking it's a landing strip, and it's just.
We'll add LEDs. Oh, and one thing about seeing people, like I have so many friends that I've made over the years, and it's like some of them I don't get to see that often. I think of in terms of like sometimes their screen name more than actually seeing them in person. But like our friend Dan walked up, "Hey Brian, how you doing?" And I blinked. I'm like, "You weren't here yesterday." I'm like, he walked away. And I looked at iCast. I'm like, "Was that Dan? Where's he been?" Because like at TFCon the year before last, we spent the entire convention hanging with Dan.
Yeah, I only saw Dan for about 3 seconds.
I saw him for like 3 seconds. That was weird.
I got to talk to him for a couple of minutes.
I'm jealous. Dan's an awesome dude. I didn't. Let's see here. A lot of people I didn't even get to see. Makes me sad. It's the last BotCon.
We did get to hang out with Paul again, though, and that's always awesome.
Don, if you haven't listened to the episode that we recorded this weekend, go back and listen to the end.
I have. Poor Paul. He'll never leave Australia again.
That was great.
He'll just live in a land of killer kangaroos and murdering wallabies.
Okay, so I don't want to forget anybody, so I'm only calling out this, and I'm not going to mention anything else. Again, thanks to Jason Tater X for hooking us up with Boomba's Pizza in Tap House. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was really good.
Oh my God, that was awesome. Kim loved it.
That was spectacular.
Yeah, that was amazing. And his brother is the manager of that restaurant. It was awesome. So thankful we went there.
And amazingly inexpensive for the quality of food you get.
Yeah.
Amazingly so.
Oh, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention we ended the weekend basically with a trip to a Brazilian restaurant, which was I know a lot of you guys have never had Brazilian before, or at least a couple of you hadn't, and you guys seem to
No,
enjoy that.
Oh, it was
yeah,
wonderful.
it was. I've only had one opportunity to actually go back in BotCon in Cincinnati, and that didn't pan out for various reasons. So this was definitely this was on my bucket list to do at some BotCon at some point, and I didn't have anything that I didn't like other than the garlic steak was a little strong, but that was the only thing that I didn't have seconds of or thirds.
Oh, what's TJ's name? He was awesome to hang out with.
TJ?
TJ Hogg.
JT,
Brian?
Joey.
Oh, Joey.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Joey was awesome.
Friend Joey,
Oh, yeah.
future co-host of the wrestling podcast that we're going to do. Joey's an actual wrestler, which you can kind of tell by looking at him. Yeah.
Yeah, Joey was great. I got to talk to Turbo Blue Streak for a while.
Turbo Blue
I
Streak
got
is
to
the
meet
man.
Autobot X when he was standing in line for his registration. Yeah, I got to see a lot of people.
We got to meet Trans Fanatics. Or I met Trans Fanatics. Let's see here. I think
Eric-
Eric
Yeah,
Crownover.
Eric Crownover. Yeah, the
That's-
guy Rob Springer keeps calling Eric Crowbar.
And that's who Don, I think, signed his comic for.
Yeah, we next time Joey and I hang out, we have to make sure there's a wrestling ring around so we can have a match.
But you didn't finish wrestling school, so
Yeah,
you-
when's the last time you tried that diecast?
Geez, I started training when I was in high school, so
yeah.
Let me know when that is. I want to watch that.
that'll be a good thing to videotape.
Oh, definitely. That would have to be recorded. If only for insurance purposes, if nothing else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish I'd had a chance to meet more people. XV and I spent a lot of time covering the panels for T-Formers, so I didn't get to wander around and meet people as much as I wanted. But it was a great time, even so.
Yeah, it was. And actually, I'm going to mention this at the end of the show. A friend of mine, I was talking to him, and we were talking about IDW. Like, yeah, I don't even realize how many folks at IDW actually listen to the show. And he was like, well, since they do that, you need to pitch them on your MASH versus Transformers idea. So, guys, I started a fanfic 20 years ago, MASH versus Transformers. I'm thinking about putting it in script form. So if you guys want to help me realize this and actually publish an IDW comic, shoot me an email, contact@tfradio.net, or you can tweet at me at bkilby, and maybe we can work something out. And this probably be the best-selling comic that you ever do. If I had to guess. So MASH versus Transformers. I don't know if you have the MASH license. Probably not too hard to get. Contact@tfradio.net. Okay. Guys, anything else? I know Diecast dinner is ready.
Yeah. I just want to say just a shout out to all of our friends that are sick. Apparently the con crud is hitting everybody except for Brian, apparently.
I'm starting to cough now.
Yeah, so I hope all of our friends and all of our extended family and all from BotCon, everyone feel better soon, because I know I feel like crap.
Yeah, I feel terrible.
Yeah, so here's hoping we all can get better soon.
Yeah, agreed, Don. Agreed. Okay, well, for the guys, I'm Brian Kilby. We will be back next week. Watch us live at tfradio.net/live. Follow us on Twitter at tfradio. And like us on Facebook at facebook.com/tfradio. And help support the realization of Don's jersey, tfradio.net/Amazon.
And if Matt and I are zombies next week, we might not be as, talkative as we
I'll have more
are.
caffeine in me next week. Kim, thankfully, here like 20 minutes ago, brought me this really awesome amp-boosted Mandarin Orange soda. It's delicious.
And thank you to XV Chris for bringing me a few more cases of RC10. I appreciate that. Thank you much, because you just saved me from boring sodas for at least a little while.
Where did he find them?
In a store somewhere. Honestly, I don't know where he
So
found
how many
them.
do you have now?
I have 2.5 cases left.
Because I brought you, 3?
No, wait a minute. Oh, was that?
That was me.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought he had those in his car.
No, I brought those.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thanks
were
for
just-
confusing
We were
me
just
for
carrying
XP.
them. Yeah.
I'm
we were just
sorry.
carrying them.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
God,
bro.
now I'm depressed. Thanks.
Well, I'm sorry.
Diecast is trying to say something as he's eating his.
No, I was no.
No, it's just eating.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Don. Okay, we'll see you later. Have a good one.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Bye.